This is the cash perspective. And you gotta be shitting me. Not ox shit, pop shit, 12K stop shit ass Ralo admitting to ratting, admitting to working with them people? What? Now, for those that don't know, Ralo is a rapper from Atlanta that before the day, I looked at as a real life community leader, right? So them guys coming home from the joint, them shorties out there that's been kicked out their house by their mama and they, you know what I'm saying, no guidance. They ain't got nowhere to go. You know, them people that's just down on their luck. You know what I'm saying? He embraced all of them, all the misfits. He embraced them. He bought this little apartment complex in Atlanta, in a Bluff. If you remember Curtis Snow shit from back in the day, you know what the Bluff is. If you've been there, you know what the Bluff is. It's the trenches. But Ralo, them shit was like a little oasis in the middle of the trenches, you feel me? He called it Pakistan. He gave them people a place to stay in all remodeled apartments. Now, I always thought he talked too much in interviews and, you know, but I also know he was a younger nigga. He was caught up in the trappings of clout, you feel me? But beyond that, you know, the things I read about him, the videos I watched on him, you know, he was an entertaining little nigga, kept a bag. I liked him, you know. I wasn't really a fan of his music, but once again, I don't like a lot of younger artists' music. But dude's shit was so-so. Every so often, you know, he'd drop something that'd catch my attention, but for the most part, nah. But as far as his antics, though, outside the booth, you know, he was an entertaining character. And it was clear to see that he kept a bag. He flaunted this money like he got it legally. And that was crazy to me because anybody from the outside looking in can tell, nigga, you ain't getting this shit off rap. When the shit went down, he got popped with a lot of weed and shit, but that wasn't the issue. The issue was they got him on interstate commerce. They got him on interstate trafficking because he was flying that shit from California to Georgia. So they booked him, got him 97 months in a joint. Now this whole time, the thing about Ralo, everybody was hollering free Ralo. You know what I'm saying? Because it looked as if he kept it solid. He kept it thorough the whole way through. Ain't nobody had no smut on his name. You didn't really hear shit. You didn't really hear much about Ralo at all except for him, right? And then recently, his best friend came out. His right-hand man, you know, I don't know if that's really who he was to Ralo, but one of Ralo's homies came out. You feel me? And he advised the world that Ralo is a rat. And he confronted him. Got on the phone with him. You know, Ralo's still locked up. He should be coming home soon, though. I don't think his out date that far away. He should be real short. But he confronted him. Ralo proceeded to apologize and try to explain himself for what he did. I'm gonna throw a snippet of it at the end of this video. Make sure y'all stay tuned to catch that. Now, like I said, he talked a lot of shit about staying solid. Everybody hollered about Ralo was so solid, right? But 2 months into his predicament, into their predicament, because he wasn't the only one that got locked up for this case. 2 months into their predicament, he turned into Jello. He claimed that he was doing it to finesse 12. Like he say everything he gave him was some bullshit. Everything he gave him was a lie. Look, I'ma say it out loud. I don't think it's ratting if you tell on a dead person. I don't care what the internet say, what these niggas say. When it comes to not ratting, it's to not put anyone else in a cage. You got caught, take your lick, shut the fuck up. Them other niggas did not get caught. You feel me? And that's the whole point of not ratting. When you get to talking about ratting on dead people and shit, that's a stupid ass, worthless conversation to me. However, when you get to talking about, oh yeah, I talked to 12, but I was lying, though. I was making some shit up though. I told them woo out the bam had woo woo, but whole time, dude ain't even woo woo, so I gave it to, you know, that goofy shit. That shit is still cooperation. Now, on his soon to be released autobiography, right? He had some pages in there that kind of started this whole, you know, people's mind to wandering. Because he talked about going to see the people with his lawyer. He talked about giving them information. Check this shit out. I guess shit hit different depending on a person's condition. I called my lawyer back and gave him the green light to try the mission. He sent the email or text over to the AUSA and asked the government was they interested in some information we had, and they quickly responded, sure. They set up the meeting date for June 6th, 2018. As I walked in the door with my lawyer, I felt my stomach turning and I damn near thrived up as I listened to presentation of the information I was given from the dude Pimp and his people. The agent seemed to not have any interest and kept reaching for knowledge about some violent crimes that occurred. But the attorney did as I directed him and told the government my supplier and any crimes of violence was prohibited from being talked about in the meeting. They made it clear that I was being accused of several shootings, including murder, so they had no interest in any drug crimes whatsoever. Their main goal was and still is to solve those cold cases. As my lawyer and I walked out of the meeting, I felt his hand pat me on the back and told me we'd done a great job. Although everything we said in the meeting was a complete lie, I still felt the worst ever. I couldn't even eat for 2 days. 2 months later, I received a letter in the mail from the federal government. It seemed as they crossed out my lawyer and accused him of being my plug. And you can't wiggle your way up out of that, get your way up out of that. Here's the thing. If you a street nigga, and I'm talking to street niggas, so don't get in my comments talking about you promoting this, you promoting that. No, I'm talking to the individuals that's already living that life. I ain't promoting it to them, nigga. They is that. If you a street nigga, and you help cooperate, if you help the police, and if you a street nigga, and you talk to the police in any way to help them progress their investigation in any way, because you saying this over here, you don't know because you ain't fucking smart, dumbass nigga. You might be helping them piece something together over there. You feel me? So if you cooperate in any fucking way for trying to finesse them, trying to get up out of something, trying to put somebody in, I don't care what the fuck you tell them people. If you cooperate with them people against a live person in any way, nigga, you ain't worth 2 dead flies smash. You hear me? You ain't shit. You gonna get your time. You know what you done. You know what you done signed up for. That's the thing, nigga. You know what you done signed up for. Take your lick. Shut the fuck up. In the clip that you gonna hear a little bit later, Ralo said something to the effect of, man, I got popped with all that shit. The fuck you think I was gonna do? What the fuck was I supposed to do? And his homie's response was, stay solid. And I felt that shit. Cause what the fuck you thought was gonna happen when them people caught you, nigga? They already had dogs all in your motherfucking cars and motherfucking bags at the airport. Y'all done already had run-ins with the law. You done cussed them out. You done talk crazy to them. You know these people at your ass. So now you get in that situation and you fold. Hey, listen, man. The camaraderie you feel amongst your guys right now, that shit feel 100% authentic. That shit feel real. The nigga to the left of you or to the right of you will smoke something for you. At least you think they will. Might even been proven. You know it because you done seen it. Y'all done been through that already. But if them niggas ain't never been in them interrogation rooms where it's just them and an investigator or them and 2 investigators, and them people ain't never put that pressure on their ass, they not battle tested. They not trustworthy. I'm talking to those niggas that still living their life. You hear me? They not trustworthy, bro. Cause you don't know. 9 times, 9 point, man, I done seen the realest niggas. I done seen, nigga, I know he'll put a motherfucking whole clip in your face. I know he will. And got right in that interrogation room. Folded, nigga. Collapsed, nigga. Like a weak chest trying to hold up a fat bitch. This shit is real out here. Look, them niggas that done been in them rooms, they shut the fuck up. Did they time? Yeah, nigga. We put up. Taking care of our family somewhere. You feel me? We done felt that pressure. We know what's to that. A lot of these niggas play real. Some of these niggas even be real, but only to that point. When they get to that point where commissary and visits is in their immediate future, niggas start rethinking some things. It's sad, but the streets is done. It's a wrap. That's coming from a nigga who believed in them wholeheartedly. It's over. Just saying. But anyway, get in the comments. Let me know what you think about Ralo. 2 months in, this nigga started rapping. I mean, I guess it's better than 6ix9ine. I think this nigga started ran in the police station. But considering the reputation that Ralo had, considering the fact that everybody, including myself, thought he stayed solid through that whole situation. And what y'all think of these recent developments? Now you wanna know.